Good evening, and on Midweek Sports Special, the top action of the night as British clubs seek to confirm their domination of European football's major prizes. Over the next 90 minutes, a complete roundup of tonight's games. The main features are Tottenham, holders of the UEFA Cup, now stepping out to face the Belgians of Bruges. It's another night of high excitement at White Hart Lane. And at a vibrant Old Trafford, Manchester United's Mark Hughes out seeking the goals that'll beat PSV Eindhoven of Holland. Mark's their top scorer with 9. One of the less familiar faces at United. But in the PSV goal, there is a familiar face. It's Hans van Breukelen, formerly with Nottingham Forest, one of several Dutch internationals in that team. There's also action from Celtic's battle against Rapid Vienna, where there's been trouble on the pitch, a bottle too apparently. The game was held up for 15 minutes. And goal action from Wrexham against Roma. Meanwhile, in Lisbon, Liverpool defending their European Cup against Benfica. Liverpool 3-1 up from the first leg, of course. It's been a late kick-off in Portugal. The news is that Kenny Dalglish and a Benfica defender have been sent off. Liverpool have lost 1-0 on the night, but the good news, of course, is that they go through 3-2 on aggregate. A full report later. In ice hockey, no shortage of goals or explosive action as the Solihull Barons face the Streatham Redskins. That comes up after all the football action tonight. And we meet the new champion jockey, Steve Cawthon, the first American to win the title since 1913. So we are jam-packed with good action again tonight. But now let's have the other news headlines from Steve Ryder.
And disaster for Queen's Park Rangers in the UEFA Cup. They lose a 4-goal lead against Partizan in Belgrade, the first time this has ever happened to a British team. The match finished 6-all on aggregate, and Rangers went out on the away goals rule. Glasgow Rangers are also out despite a 3-1 home win over Inter Milan, but a happier night for Everton in the Cup Winners' Cup. They're comfortably through to the quarter-finals with a victory over Inter Bratislava. And in tonight's 2 Milk Cup replays, Ipswich win at Newcastle and West Brom go through against Birmingham. Full details a bit later.
But first, it's European football and the UEFA Cup. Tottenham, the holders, now facing Bruges of Belgium in a second-leg game at White Hart Lane. Remember that Bruges won the first leg on their own pitch, 2-1. So it was all set up for a thrilling battle tonight, just as it was, of course, the last time a Belgian side came to White Hart Lane, and that was last May, when Anderlecht were beaten in a penalty shootout that won the cup for Spurs. And before we join our commentator tonight, Peter Brackley, a reminder of that dramatic finale.
Tony Parks will pull off another save. Good Johnson from Iceland is the man taking it, and he saved it! Spurs have won it! Tony Parks is the hero!
The hero of last season's final waits patiently in the wings. Tony Parks among the substitutes tonight. Indeed, he's not played a competitive first-team game since that night. Peter Shreves preferring instead the experience of Ray Clements, who's been quite outstanding so far this season. Clive Allen's away goal could certainly prove significant tonight as Tottenham endeavour to break down a well-organised side. Spurs without Chris Hughton and Glenn Hoddle, who are both suspended. The versatile Gary Mabbott takes Hughton's place at left-back. Mike Hazard would probably have started the game in preference to Hoddle anyway. Like so many leading Belgian sides, Bruges are masters of the counter-attack. Jan Koelemans supplies the inspiration from a deep roll. Up front, Mark de Vries has the skill to embarrass the most competent of defenders. The Belgian squad fully stretched, though, with a couple of key defenders out through injury and suspension. In the reshuffle, there are places for Luke Bayens and Luke Heinrichs. And tonight's officials, all from Spain, the referee, Augusto Castillo. So Bruges in the darker shorts then to kick off from right to left. A marvellous atmosphere here at White Hart Lane tonight. And certainly Tottenham encouraged by their record of never having lost a home tie in Europe. But Peter Shreves, their manager, knows they'll have to play a lot better than they did on Saturday, when they surrendered rather tamely their unbeaten home record in the league against West Bromwich Albion. Came off Mabbott. This is Leo van der Elst, one of 2 van der Elsts in the Bruges side. And he's the brother of former West Ham player Francois van der Elst. A mild evening here at White Hart Lane, and a good crowd too. I would think around 35,000 people. Galvin back helping out his defence, as he so often does. And here's Hazard. And finding the Tottenham captain, Steve Perryman. And here's Stevens, now of course in the midfield role for Tottenham. Ploughing his way past one tackle. But here's Hendricks, who I think will have the task tonight of picking up Tony Galvin. Verheyen had the offside flag raised against de Gries. And what an important player Verheyen is for Bruges. Indeed, Peter Shreves felt he was their outstanding player in the first leg. Bellens again. And here's Hazard for Tottenham. Important match tonight for Mick Hazard, with Glenn Hoddle, of course, vying for that midfield place along with him. Although Peter Shreves says if he can find a way to accommodate them both, he most certainly will. Hazard. Here's Falco. Good turn. The shot was well driven too. And Jensen lost his grip on that completely. Well, he certainly is an eccentric goalkeeper. On his day, he can be a quite brilliant one too. He seemed to have the shot well covered as Falco turned there outside the area. Here's Hazard. And a goal! Hazard swerving it into the corner. And the Bruges defence caught cold. Brugge Jensen certainly didn't know what had hit him there. The ball curling away, and Hazard's flair for the unexpected has produced a goal here. The corner taken quickly, just when we were wondering what Jensen was up to with the shot from Falco. And look there how Jensen is sent the wrong way. 5 minutes gone, and Tottenham have taken the lead. It's Spurs 1, Bruges 0. And Mike Hazard, the scorer. That's his 6th goal of the season. Verheyen. The pressure is certainly on Bruges now. It's a real test of their character. See if they can come back from this. They were certainly relaxing before the game, rather contrary to English teams. There was a stony silence from the Bruges dressing room, unlike the banter you normally hear from an English team's dressing room. White Hart Lane really buzzing at the moment with that early goal, which really ought to bring Bruges out. They certainly can't sit back now. Any thoughts of simply coming here to defend? And the crowd have seen the early goal from Tottenham. To Stevens. Already showing plenty of endeavour in midfield. Well, Jensen just getting there first. And at the moment, Bruges looking rather shaky at the back. Roberts was there first, positively too. Again, a good solid tackle by Roberts, got a foul. As Keulemans went down, Graham Roberts, I think it's generally felt, is the First Division's most committed defender, and he won't want a caution tonight. He's had one booking in the competition, and another one would mean him missing the first leg of the next round if Tottenham should get through. And Jan Keulemans clearly in some trouble. And we can see the tackle again. Coming up now from Roberts, who certainly went in hard. And the anguish on the face of Keulemans. And the danger here will certainly come from Verheyen, who worried Tottenham with the accuracy of his long passing. And he also possesses quite a shot from this sort of distance. There he is. Well, it wasn't far away. Struck with awesome power by René Verheyen. Curling it round the wall, away from the post. Falco's got some room. Galvin away to his left. It's Clive Allen. Stevens. Finding Chidozie. Sprinted away from Querta. Still Chidozie! Well, he was so unlucky then. Sheer acceleration took him clear of two defenders. He simply had no answer there to his pace. And the shot, in the end, almost on target. Falco. Off goes Galvin. Does he have the pace here? He has. Oh, Allen! Jensen lost it. And Clive Allen was there to steer it in. Well, the man is lethal around the 6-yard area. Galvin with the cross. Sent away here. Marvellous ball by Falco. And Galvin had the acceleration, but he pulled it back. Jensen couldn't hold it. And how quick Allen was to respond. That really is excellent finishing by Clive Allen. 27 minutes into the first half, and it's Tottenham 2, Bruges 0. And the second Tottenham goal from Clive Allen, who's now scored 9, and that, remember, in just 11 games, plus the one tonight. Oh, mistake there. Almost letting in Vellens, perhaps it still will. He beat Perriman, but couldn't find the target. Eddie Vellens, who's been a consistent goal scorer over the years. He's been around the Belgian circuit for a good many years now. Now Graham Roberts for Tottenham, who lead 2-0, and at the moment certainly have charge of this game, with 10 minutes to half-time. Push there by Bayens. And again, Tottenham will push Gary Mabbott forward here. He's the target at the far post. Falco in there too with Clive Allen. Here's Gary Mabbott. And it'll be Hazard with the kick. Just touched on then. Oh, dreadful mistake. Back pass from Verheyen. And how fortunate Bruges were to get away with that. Roberts. Oh. Well, I spoke too soon. Oh, that really was a marvellous goal by Graham Roberts. I doubt if he's ever hit a sweeter shot than that. Well, Verheyen almost put through his own goal. The dreadful back pass. Jensen just scooped it away, and eventually it fell to Graham Roberts. And just look here to the power of this shot that gave Berger Jensen no chance at all. 3-0 to Tottenham. They're really turning it on now. And the scorer of the third goal, Graham Roberts. I very much doubt if he scored a better one than that. Just pausing for breath. Frankie van der Elst. Now then for Bruges. 4-2 down on aggregate. They really have got an uphill task on now. Tottenham in full cry. Galvin. Well, Hendricks had no answer to him there. Here we can see again the sheer venom of this shot from Roberts. Just perhaps a suspicion that it took a slight deflection on the way. I don't think Jensen would have got it if it had been a true shot anyway. Hazard now for Mabbott. There's Falco. Flag was up anyway. Perhaps for Chidozie being offside. Falco couldn't keep his shot down anyway. Foul by Stevens. We're now into injury time in the first half. And there in fact goes the half-time whistle. And what an exhilarating first half it's been from Tottenham, who've taken command of this match. Goals from Mike Hazard, Clive Allen, and certainly the goal of the half from Graham Roberts. The promise of more excitement to come in the second half, and we'll be back right after the break. Welcome back then to White Hart Lane as Tottenham are about to start the second half with the news that Bruges have made a substitution. Jan Keulemans, their Belgian international, has gone off, and on comes Stefan Verrijken. Keulemans, remember, injured early on after that clash with Graham Roberts, so not really surprising that he hasn't completed the match. Verrijken is on. He's an attacking midfield player, come striker. We'll see what impact, if any, he can make on this match. There he is, the substitute. Bayens. Verheyen. In goes Roberts, clattering balance from behind. Maybe a strong man on the field. Off the field, he's the mildest man you could hope to meet. Miller, safely back to Ray Clements. I can only recall having really a couple of shots to save tonight. Allen underneath this one. And there in the top left of your picture is the Tottenham manager, Peter Shreeves, who's made such a promising start in charge of the side. Since taking over from Keith Birkinshaw, alongside him there, Glenn Hoddle and Osvaldo Ardiles as well, and Chris Hughton too. And there else to Verheyen. Bayens. Bruges have certainly had more of the play in the second half, but haven't put it to good effect yet. Perriman looking to steady things down now for Tottenham as Chinozie loses his feet. Off goes Querta. It's a very promising run, which was rather crudely curtailed. Querta's a dangerous man going forward. He is, in fact, Bruges' leading goal scorer this season. Though he's operating as a full-back tonight, he normally operates in midfield, and he's scored a good few goals from that sort of position. So Tottenham with some defending to do here. I wonder if Bruges can test Ray Clements in the Tottenham goal. Van der Elst is there, and Verheyen. Both can be dangerous from this position. And der Elst, good save by Clements. Well, he had to be at his best then, showing all his experience right behind the shot. Well driven in by Van der Elst, who tested Steve Sutton of Forest, I remember, in the same sort of position. And he really connected with that free kick then. And Tottenham have Ray Clements to thank. We can see the free kick and a marvellous save by Ray Clements. What reactions. Tredosi's gone bursting down the right, but here's Hazard. Lovely flick. Allen's was too delicate, but he has won the free kick. Hazard. Oh, Falco. Can this be four? Oh, it was a lovely save by Jensen. The Falco was clear then. The marking was slack. Hazard spotted him. And Jensen smothered the shot so well. Well, many good judges believe Birger Jensen is still the best goalkeeper in Denmark. And he certainly showed there that he has all the class and quality. He is at times rather eccentric. Chidozie couldn't quite wriggle through, or can he? Here's Quirton. Here again you can see the vision of Mike Hazard. Seeing Falco, sets himself up for the shot, and a good save by Jensen. And Tottenham now will make their substitution. John Chidozie is going off, and on comes Gary Brooke. Chidozie just a slight limp there. I think he's got a knock, certainly. And with Tottenham in charge of the game, they won't risk him any further. And on comes Gary Brooke. Doesn't get too many chances in the first team, so he'll relish this opportunity. Clive Allen. Now then for Brooke. Another unselfish run by Gary Stevens, who's covered an awful lot of ground on that midfield role. He really wants to play in the centre of the back four, but in the meantime, enjoying himself in midfield, doing a fine job too. So is Falco, and he's won the corner. 10 minutes of the match remaining. No threat at the moment to Tottenham's lead, but perhaps a threat here to the Bruges goal. Brooke with the corner. Roberts is up there, made contact, lacking direction. And here's Galvin. There's still danger threatening here. Jensen staying on his line and just chipping it over there from Falco. Player of much European experience, Birger Jensen. There's the header from Falco. The goalkeeper right underneath it, tipping it over the bar. Galvin's corner. And a foul committed there by Graham Roberts. So Tottenham, despite a disappointing second half, tighten their grip on the UEFA Cup. History repeating itself for the second year running. They've beaten the Belgian side that's knocked out Nottingham Forest in the previous round. All the goals coming in the first half from Mike Hazard, Clive Allen, and the goal of the night without any doubt at all from Graham Roberts. A sterling performance from him, and Tottenham are safely through. 3-0 on the night, 4-2 on aggregate.
Yes, indeed, Spurs go into the last 16 then of the UEFA Cup, as Peter says, safely enough, after that sizzling first half. And after the game, we spoke to the man who scored that brilliant third goal for Spurs, Graham Roberts.
Well, Graham, your goal was certainly the highlight of an exhilarating first half. I wonder if you've ever scored a better one than that?
No, never. It was one that I'll treasure for the rest of my life. I just hit it and it went in. You know, they go anywhere really, but this one happened to go in the top corner. It's well placed.
Well, let's have a look at it now, because in fact, just before it, there'd been a very near own goal when Verheyen lobbed it back to the goalkeeper, which we can see now. Flick on there, I think, from Falco, and Jensen certainly had to react very quickly there. And then all of a sudden, there you are on the scene as it was played out to you.
Yes, it hit me right foot, heading there and went straight to the top corner. I was well pleased.
It was a goal that certainly tightened Tottenham's grip on the game. In fairness, the game rather died from there, but you'd done the hard bit, of course.
Yes, I think the whole idea is getting through the tie, and first half we scored 3 goals, and that we felt it was enough to put us through. We went for more goals second half, but they started to put a bit of pressure on, and you know, the defence played well. Everybody in the team played well, really.
It's going to take a good side to take the trophy away from you, isn't it?
Well, we'll take each game as it comes. You know, we just look forward to the next game, and that's Nottingham Forest on Saturday.